Aries, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aries love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Aries tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Aries love reading today, because today we are going to take a look at how your romantic person of interest really feels about you here in October 2022. Then we're going to take a look at what they're really thinking about you and what their intentions are toward you through October 2022. But you know how people are. What we intend to do, what we actually follow through with and do, are sometimes very different things. So we're also going to take a look at what this person's most likely actions are going to be toward you in October 2022. And once we finish looking at your person, Aries, we're going to get you some advice from the universe on how you should best navigate the situation you're finding yourself in with this person in October 2022. Kind of what you should do, what you shouldn't do, how you should play it in the way that it works out best for you. So let's get started with this Aries love reading today, and let's get 3 cards for how does Aries romantic person of interest really feel about Aries moving through October 2022, please. Got this one screaming at me too, so I'm taking it, and it came out before that one, or started screaming at me before that one anyway. Normally I get 3 cards here, and I just got 5 for you. So I have, or for your person I should say, so I have a suspicion already your person has a lot of feelings related to you. Probably got a lot going on with them right now. On the bottom of the deck, this would be energy that is underlying this person's feelings for you, Aries. We have the 2 of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. This is a card of balance, but it's more about trying to maintain their balance or trying to regain their balance once their balance has been thrown off. This can be an energy of like weighing the options on some choice that they have, going back and forth about it. It's kind of like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of an energy. You can see the wavy water in the background. That signifies that their emotions are rough and choppy. They're emotionally off balance, probably physically off balance. And they're going back and forth about some decision, weighing the pros and cons, looking at things like, do I or don't I? Almost like 2 options they have where they can't have both at the same time. You can't do something and not do it at the same time. Like, will they or won't they? Like, should I or shouldn't I? Do I turn left or do I turn right? And going back and forth about that. That's underlying their feelings. It's definitely related to a decision. 2s are choices and decisions. Right under that 2 of Pentacles is Judgment. This is a fire sign major arcana card. This is a final decision being made. In a love reading, this would be like passing a final verdict and judgment on the connection, calling it either dead and over with, or resurrecting it, bringing it back from the grave, bringing it back to life, and transforming it in a way that it's never going to be the way that it was again. So we've got some definite decision they're trying to make, trying to go back and forth about it, off balance, unsure of what to do. Right behind that Judgment card, we have the 8 of Cups. This is Pisces energy of detachment. This is emotional detachment, physical detachment, like physically walking away. The person in the card is walking away from 8 full cups of love. Now, most people could go their whole life on 8 full cups of love, but this person feels like there's something better out there for them. So they're making the difficult but conscious decision to walk away from what they have and go off down a brand new path towards something that they believe is going to lead them to more happiness, more fulfillment. They're walking away from 8 cups, going off in search of their 9th and their 10th cup. Right behind that, there's another 2, another choice. This is Aries energy. 2 of Wands is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads in their life, a crossroads in this decision, or in this connection. It's a decision point. It's a decision about which path leads me to the world that I really want. What do I really want for my life, and which path gets me there, and which other path do I need to leave behind? So we see them right off the bat underlying their feelings, going back and forth about something where they can't have both options. Which path is it? And they're at that choice point here. Feels like that choice, that decision point, it looks like they were off balance going back and forth about a decision, and then they made a decision probably to detach from you and walk away, or they were off balance and you knew it and you made the decision and you detached and walked away. Either way, it's left them at that choice point, that decision point. And it's 10 of Wands, Sagittarius energy, heavy burden that this person is carrying. Either the decision they made has left them now feeling this heavy burden, or what was going on with them that caused you to pass judgment on the connection and walk away from it has left them with a heavy burden. So this is all stuff that's underlying their feelings about you in October, Aries. In their actual feelings that came out, again, I normally get 3, I got 5, so they got a lot of feelings. We have the Star, King of Wands, the Lovers, the Tower, and the 3 of Pentacles. The Star is Aquarius Major Arcana energy. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. In a love reading, this can signify that they feel like you are their wish fulfillment. They feel like you are the one for them. The problem with the Star is that it's card 17 in the Major Arcana. Card 16, the card right before this, is the Tower. So you don't make it to the Star energy without going through a tower of some kind first. When that tower comes crashing down and everything abruptly changes and something falls apart in a person's life, nothing's the same as it was the day before that happened. It's not the same anymore, and it's really hard to see your path moving forward after something like that happens. The Star is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the way for you so you can see your path moving forward. It's where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. So this looks to me like, even though there's all this off balance, this decision, this detaching and walking away, this decision about what is it I really want, the burden they're carrying, they're still trying to maintain the hope that this can be healed between the two of you, still feeling like you are the one for them. Next in their feelings about you, Aries, we have the King of Wands. This is either Sagittarius or Leo energy. I guess it could be Aries energy. It's definitely a fire sign. This is the pinnacle of the Wand suit. This is someone who is very bold and passionate and fiery and determined. The King of Wands knows exactly what he wants, and he goes after what he wants with bold, passionate, fiery determination. This is not the person who is going to take no for an answer. This is not the person who is going to accept some obstacle being in his way and then just give up. This is the kind of a person that's going to get what he wants. He's either going to find a way to get what he wants, or he's going to make a way to get what he wants. Now, the Wand suit is about passion and desire. It can represent sexual energy and things like that. So this is not just a very driven and ambitious and motivated person. It's also someone who has a lot of passion and desire for you. They feel a lot of desire, a lot of attraction for you. It's probably someone who is motivated by sexual energy and the desire end of things. Also, looking right over at the Star, the way they're laid on the table, that King of Wands energy is looking at the Star, having the desire to try to heal this, to having the desire for you, feeling like you're the one. Central to their feelings about you, Aries, we have the Lovers card. This is Gemini's Major Arcana energy. This is divine feminine, divine masculine on the same energy. This is on the same card. This represents a very powerful love connection, at least in terms of how your person feels about it. Again, this is like two people that are supposed to be together, like meant for each other, at least in terms of how your person feels about it. I've got two cards here saying that you're the one for them. This is where I'm supposed to be, is with you. And in between those two cards is all this passion and desire and attraction and sexual energy and like the desire and motivation to go get what they want as it relates to you and the connection and healing it. I know we're trying to heal a connection. We're off balance here. There has already been a judgment taking place. That's why it's underlying their feelings. There has already been a detachment and a walking away from this connection. I don't know yet if this is your person having that like the grass is greener on the other side of the fence syndrome, where they thought maybe something else was better. Another meaning for this Two of Pentacles can be juggling two people. And that could have been what led to a decision. A long time ago, before this card was called the Lovers, it was called the Choice. So it can signify a choice in a powerful connection like this, or a choice between more than one lover. Got somebody here who is very sexually driven and motivated by passion and desire. I don't know if this is them thinking, okay, the grass might be greener on the other side of the fence. I'm going to choose based on my passion and desire of what I want more, what I have the most desire for, and I'm going to detach from you, Aries, and go see if the grass is greener on the other side. The problem with people that do that is most of the time what they find out is the grass is not greener on the other side of the fence, dumbass. The grass is greener where you water it and nurture it and put energy into it. Take care of it. That's where it's greener. So a lot of times when they make the decision to go down that path, they end up having regrets afterwards, and then they try to come back. We are in Mercury retrograde. The last time I looked, I think there's 5 or 6 planets in retrograde. Retrogrades are about things from the past trying to come back in. Your person's definitely carrying a burden with them here. I feel like there's probably also a wall between the two of you. Right behind that burden is the 9 of Wands. So we're going backwards from the 10 to the 9. This 9 of Wands, I'm sorry about my neighbor's dog barking. I don't know what's wrong with these people. They always just throw their dogs outside and ignore them all day, and then they bark like crazy, and nothing I can do about it. I've tried and got cussed out. But this represents a wall that's in the way between the two of you. It's being walled off and defensive. It's Sagittarius energy. This is also a card of healing, though, just like the first card out here is a card of healing. The reason the wall has been built is because there's pain. There's been you getting hurt. And your wall probably came up as a defense mechanism because they hurt you at some point, which is probably why they're trying to balance this out and heal it and get it back. There's a wall in the way. The person's feeling the burden of that. Right past this Lover's card, we have the Tower. I said at the beginning, you don't make it to the star without going through the Tower. Here it is. This is an abrupt change that took place here. This is like everything coming apart. It all going to hell in a handbasket, crumbling away. This is a foundation rocking event. This is the collapse probably of the connection between you. This is a game-changing event for your person. What looks like collapsed is this 3 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value. The thing you would be working together to build here is the 10 of Pentacles, which is like maximum stability, maximum abundance, maximum prosperity, the combining together of 2 people or 2 families and all their assets and resources into one, like combining lives together in the physical world. That 10 of Pentacles could represent anything from being married or being engaged or living together or just being in that committed type of a relationship where you're heading in those directions there. And it looks like they're still feeling the effects of that tower coming down and collapsing this whole concept of the 2 of you working together. Now, it still feels like they want to heal this and they have desire to heal this and desire for you because you are the one for them, at least in terms of how they feel about it. And I think they're trying to get past the tower and feeling energies of trying to work together with you or trying to get this concept of working together with you back. That's what they're feeling about you in October, Aries. Let's take a look at what this person is really thinking about you in October 2022. What are this person's thoughts about Aries in October 2022? What are they really thinking about Aries in October 2022? Thank you. Okay, let's see here. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their thoughts about you, Aries, we have the 7 of Cups. This is Scorpio energy. This is a card of options and choices, but confusion about the options and choices. You can see there are a lot of cups here. There's a lot of different stuff in these cups. There's a lot of different ways this situation could play itself out. This is your person has choices in the matter, but they're confused about what to pick because they don't want to pick the wrong cup. They don't want to make a mistake. They've already broken something with you, and I have a feeling that they're trying to fix it and get it back, and they don't want to make it worse. Now, all the smoke, the clouds around these cups represents clouded judgment and confusion. Sometimes this can be a card that would indicate like intoxication, could be like being drunk or being high on drugs and having clouded judgment based on that. They could just be confused about what to do. I've got the Five of Wands under that, Leo energy. Fives are conflict, and wands represent passion, desire. So this is a conflict in your person's desires, an internal conflict they're having, where a piece of them wants one thing and another piece of them wants probably the opposite of that. We saw that in the Two of Pentacles, back and forth. Do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Maybe, can I heal this with Aries? Will they not have me back because of the Tower happening? This is that tug of war going on inside of what is it that they want. I think what they want is this Six of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy of balance. This is a card of balance. It's like generosity or reciprocity. Like, you scratch my back and I'll scratch your back. You take care of me, I'll take care of you. This is like equal give and take. Balancing the connection back out. I've got Seven of Wands right under that. This is more Leo energy. I feel like I've said Leo quite a bit. I feel like I've said Sagittarius quite a bit. I've got some Gemini, some Aquarius, some Capricorn, some Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Pisces, Libra. I'm getting ahead of myself here. You could be dealing with any of those signs, and you could literally be dealing with any sign. This is a general collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you were dealing with, because I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person in this reading. I'm tapping into the collective energy of a large group of Aries people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. So I'm just going to call out the signs as they stick out to me prominently, that way in case they mean anything to you. But this Seven of Wands is Leo energy of being defensive about something. It's like defending their position on something, defending their stance on something, being willing to fight for what it is that they believe in, fight for what they desire, fight for this connection with you, trying to balance this out. I got the Queen of Pentacles under that. I alluded to the Ten of Pentacles here, like working together as equals to build that Ten of Pentacles, where you're combining your lives together. Now I've got the Queen of Pentacles showing up, underlying their thinking about you. So this is telling me they think about you in this sense. This would be the centerpiece of the home and the family life. This would be like the wife figure, the mother figure, like the fiance, the live-in girlfriend, or the person that I'm trying to build my life around, trying to build my physical world around. She would manage that Ten of Pentacles, the assets and resources of the home. The other component, the other piece of this that she works together as equals with to build that Ten of Pentacles would be the King of Pentacles. I don't see the King of Pentacles out here. Not someone who is like stable and actually together with you. What I see instead is the King of Wands, which isn't a bad energy. I'm a Leo, so, and I have a Scorpio moon, so I'm King of Wands type energy myself. It's not a bad energy. There's a divine version of each energy and a distorted version of each energy. But I'm not seeing the Pentacles out here. I'm not seeing the King. I'm not seeing the 10. I'm not seeing your person showing up in this connection the same way that you do, or the same way that they think about you. But what they're thinking about as it relates to you, though, is fighting for the connection with you and having this Ace of Cups with you. This is a new beginning in love and emotions. It's a new opportunity for some emotional happiness that could develop out of this. It's an ace, so it is an opportunity. You have to grab this, or your person has to grab this and do something with it, or it's just empty potential. But this is about filling the cup back up. It's either starting a new beginning in love and emotions with you, or refilling the cup between the two of you, which is what it's looking like to me. It's looking like you guys were already together, and this is them trying to fill it up. But overall, underlying their thinking, being confused about what to do about that, not wanting to make a mistake in getting that. And their actual feelings that came out, Aries: High Priestess, Justice, and the Fool. All three of these cards are major arcana cards. That's very powerful, very significant energy. As humans, we all have free will, and we have a lot more power to exercise our free will over these minor arcana energies. We have less power, still the power to do it, but it's a lot harder to exercise our free will over these major arcana energies. They're powerful, like universal type energies. I'm also seeing up here in their feelings about you, 3 out of those 5 cards are also major arcana energies. So this is a lot of powerful energy that your person is dealing with right now. This High Priestess, this is she who knows. She is actually the divine feminine of the tarot deck. We've got the Lovers here, divine feminine and divine masculine on the same card. Now, just like when I saw the Queen of Pentacles, but no King of Pentacles, it's like you are present here in a much more powerful way than they are. Divine feminine energy in terms of how they're thinking about you. No Magician. The Magician would be the counterpart. He's the divine masculine of the deck. No Magician out here. So again, you showing up in a much more powerful way than they are. Doesn't matter just that there's a woman on the card. This is feminine energy. So it can apply to a man just as easily as it can apply to a woman. I'm very in touch with my High Priestess energy. I'm connecting to spirit and source and getting messages for people. That's what I do. So it doesn't matter what gender you are specifically. Don't get sidetracked by that. This is feminine energy. But this is she who knows. She sits in front of the veil of consciousness. So she has access to all the information that you and I as humans, we don't have access to. She is the connection to spirit and source. She represents the unconscious mind. She represents the intuition, the ability to connect to that which is greater than us and receive information and messages about it. She knows everything. The problem with her is she doesn't always tell us everything. Sometimes there's stuff that we're just not meant to know. Sometimes there's stuff we don't need to know until it's time, at which point she clues us in through our intuition, through signs, synchronicities, gut feelings, like dreams that have messages in them, premonitions, things like that. In a love reading, she can represent that the connection between the two of you, at least in terms of how your person thinks about it, is deeper than just something physical. It's deeper than just something emotional. It's a very powerful connection. I've got the Lovers here. The one for you, or the one for them, is how they're thinking about you. This can also be like being pulled to a higher calling, like them being called to you and compelled toward you in terms of how they're thinking about it. I'm feeling much more like they're thinking about this connection with you is being very deep and powerful connection. And they're just really confused about what to do and internally conflicted about what to do because of this, the Justice card, Libra's major arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the deck. It's about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing. The sword here in this card is used to sever something, to cut away something that's not in balance so that balance gets restored and the right, fair, just thing can happen. Like what's supposed to happen can happen. I've got 2 cards, actually probably 3 cards here now that would signify at least the way your person feels and thinks about this is that they're supposed to be with you. You guys are supposed to be together in their book. This would be about balancing things out so that what's supposed to happen can happen. The problem is just the fact that this card is here in the center of your person's thinking is telling me that something unfair and unjust occurred. Otherwise, this card wouldn't be here. I would see the 6 of Pentacles instead, which is like, this is the major arcana version of that card. Trying to balance something out here. I would say whatever is unfair and unjust was probably related to their passion, their desire, their sexual drive, urges, going to get what they wanted. That type of a deal, following the wand, so to speak. Final card in their thoughts about you for October, Aries, the Fool. Card 0 of the major arcana, first card of the major arcana, first card of the tarot deck. That 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything at the same time. This is a new beginning. This is like taking that blind leap of faith, like not needing to know what the final outcome is going to be, just saying, you know what, I'm going for it. I'm going to jump off the cliff. I'm throwing caution to the wind. I'll jump off the cliff and I'll worry about how to grow wings on my way down. I'll worry about figuring this out as I move along. Thinking about going for it, thinking about a new beginning, trying to balance this out. This is screaming at me too, though. The Fool can also represent foolish behavior, risk-taking behavior, taking risks outside of the connection. Directly above this, I have the Lover. So in one hand, it's screaming, I want this connection. This connection feels so powerful to me. I feel like I'm supposed to be with you, that I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to try to balance this out. I realize some unfair, unjust stuff occurred, but this is so strong to me that I'm just going to go for it anyway. Even through the confusion and even through the internal conflict I'm having about whether you'll take me back or not, I'm just going to go for it. But this can also signify that they took risks outside of the connection and they had a choice between more than one lover, which could be why the Tower is sitting directly next to the Lover's card and why this justice of something unfair, unjust going on is sitting right before the Fool. So nothing I can convict them on yet, just throwing hints at me of what potentially went down to cause this Tower moment. That's their feelings and their thoughts. Let's take a look at what this person's intentions are going to be toward you here in October 2022. What are this person's intentions toward Aries moving through October 2022, please? Aha. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their intentions, 8 of Cups. Already saw this. Pisces energy of detachment, emotional detachment, physical detachment, physically walking away from something. Like I said, when a person does this and they're going off to see if the grass is greener on the other side, oftentimes they find out it ain't, and then they try to come back. Yeah, that's what's going on. 2 of Pentacles again. Emotionally off balance, physically off balance. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's not greener on the other side. Maybe I should have stayed where I was. I wonder if Aries will take me back. Will they or won't they? Should they or shouldn't they? It's like, it's a decision, but it's like, I can't make up my mind. It's 1 foot in, 1 foot out on that. Queen of Wands. There's the Aries card. This is the Aries court card. It can represent Leo at times too. But this is you. They're underlying their intentions is this idea that you are their counterpart. At least it's their idea. And 2 cards that are supposed to be together represents 2 people that are supposed to be together as far as this person is concerned. Power couple here. A lot of passion and desire for you, viewing you as sexy, vivacious, fun to be around, like the life of the party, having all this attraction to you. But then there's your wall again. 9 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Walled off and defensive. A wall in the way because you've been hurt. That's why the wall's up. It's a defense mechanism to protect you from getting hurt. And I think they triggered, they set off the tripwire that triggered your alarms and put the walls up as your defense mechanism here. In their intentions toward you, Aries, for October 2022, Judgment, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Judgment is a final decision. It's passing final verdict in judgment. They're intending to make a decision about this. They've detached and walked away, and they're contemplating coming back and going back and forth about it. This is them deciding. This is probably them intending to force the choice here. Is this dead and over with, or can we resurrect it and bring it back to life? 3 powerful major arcana cards in this column here. Right above Judgment is the High Priestess being called to you, viewing you as this very deep connection, the one for them, trying to heal that, trying to force a choice about that. Side note, She is card 2 of the major arcana. The 2s are the choices. She rules over the 2s of the 4 suits. She rules over the choices. This is a spot where this is what they want. And I think they're intending to force a choice, but ultimately they walked away. They can't come back unless you allow that. So it's your actual choice. You're the one in the power position here with the power of choice, which is why they're off balance in their choice card here. Very next card is you and your wall being in the way. They got to get past your wall. They got to get past the fact that they hurt you in order to be able to get what they want, which is to resurrect this, to heal it, to bring it back. Central to their intentions is the Knight of Wands. Second fastest moving knight in the deck. This is about rushing forward and taking some rapid, passionate action towards something they have passion and desire for. So they're intending to force a decision by doing that. The problem, again, is this can be a wishy-washy bullshit kind of an energy. Like in and out, back and forth. Can't make up their damn mind on what they really want. They make up their mind and they rush toward it. I want this, and they're all gung-ho about it. But then they detach and they walk away and they pull away and they go the other direction because they can't make up their damn mind. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This is also referred to as the player of the tarot deck. It's that person who rushes in all passionately to you and gets what they want from you, and then they rush out passionately somewhere else and get what they want there. And then they come back and forth trying to play both sides of the fence. I was with you, and then I thought the grass might be greener on the other side, so I went to go find out. My wand pointed. I had to follow my wand, see what it was pointing at. Thought it was going to be awesome. Maybe not. Maybe I should come back. And they can't make up their damn mind on that. Right above this player bullshit wishy-washy energy is justice. Something unfair, unjust occurred related to the wand. I'm telling you it's related to the wand because above it is the King of Wands. Driven and motivated by passion and desire. Going to go get what they want. Finding a way or making a way. I think this person did stupid shit while they were with you, and now they're intending to force a decision by coming at you all passionately again. But still central to this idea is that they're wishy-washy. They're still probably a player. At the very least, they can't stay committed. This is a non-committal type of an energy. Can't stay committed. Maybe that's the only part that was unfair and unjust. I'm not accusing them necessarily of being a player and cheating on you and things like that, although the door has been opened and there's nothing that has shut that door on me yet. This could just be what's unfair and unjust about it, is they can't freaking commit. Final card in their intentions is the Knight of Cups. Actions toward love and emotions, like coming forward with romantic offers, romantic gestures, coming forward, asking you out on a date, trying to take you on a date, trying to move forward with a love offer, trying to move forward and advance a love connection. Right above that is the Fool. I'm just going to go for it. This is a powerful connection for them. But again, this could be also telling me part of what was unfair and unjust and part of what brought the tower down is that they advanced somewhere that wasn't toward you because they were being a player. That could be why judgment was passed to begin with and you guys aren't together. That could be what brought the tower down. Also, I can't help but notice the way these two knights are laying here on the table. This is wishy-washy, in and out bullshit energy. We see them here. Is the grass greener on the other side, going back and forth and can't make up their damn mind. I got 2 ways of them not making up their damn mind. And look, they're pulling in opposite directions. That's their intentions toward you for October 2022. But like I said, you know how people are. What we intend to do, what we actually follow through with and actually do, sometimes don't match up very well. So let's take a look at what their most likely actions are going to be toward you in October 2022. What are this person's most likely actions toward Aries in October 2022? Oh, hey. I'm not taking all of these. I'll show them to you and what they say, but we're not taking them all. On the bottom of the deck, underlying their most likely actions. 7 of Cups. We've seen it a couple times. Scorpio energy. Options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. I don't think this person has changed jackbo shit. I really, really don't. Confused. Options, choices. Choice between more than one lover. Taking risks outside of the connection. Something unfair and unjust happening. Some trying to force a decision, but at the same time, still central to their intentions is this intentions of player energy. Back and forth, wishy-washy bullshit. Advancing cups, pulling in 2 different directions. I think your person still has other options. Yes, this could represent confusion about their options of what to do related to you and being confused about that, but I still feel like this person's got clouded judgment. I don't know if they got a drinking problem or a drug problem, or if they just got a judgment problem and a commitment problem, but there's confusion about either balancing this out with you, but this could also be they still have options. This is the merchant giving to 2. Your person is the merchant in this case, giving to 2. They still could have other options. They could still be being playerish and still, while intending to get you back and rushing in passionately and telling you what you want to hear, still at the same time advancing somewhere else. The only 2 that I've seen, other than the High Priestess, the only decision I've seen is them going back and forth about something to where they can't decide. They can't choose. They're 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They're non-committal. And I've got this, them giving to 2, moving forward in love, taking foolish risks outside of the connection, and still having a decision between more than one person. Now, these cards that jumped out that I'm not going to take, I'm going to put them back in the deck because this is a lot. We got the Queen of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and we got Temperance. Queen of Swords is Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. This is about speaking the truth on something. It's also about cutting off things and people that aren't in your best interest anymore. She's holding her hand out like that because she's fair. She's offering to let someone speak their truth, to tell their side of the story. Problem is, she already knows the truth. So the truth you speak to the Queen of Swords had better match the truth she already knows, or she will cut your damn head off with that sword. She's the I don't take no BS queen. She's the off with your head queen. This often represents the severing of a connection. Definitely has been a severing of a connection. There's the tower. There's the star that right off the bat told me there was a tower, and there's the tower. Then we got planning for the future, news and messages and communications about an opportunity, planning for the future. Temperance, this is Sagittarius Major Arcana energy of patience. I don't see your person being patient here, really. I don't. I see them being confused. I see them being 1 foot in, 1 foot out, being non-committal where a minute they want it and the next minute they're going some other direction. This is a card of reconciliation, though. There's definitely been a severing. In tarot, water and cups represent love and emotions. And here the love, the water, has been separated into 2 different cups. And this angel's recombining it back together, like recombining the love. I think that's what your person's plan for the future is. But they still got to contend with the Queen of Swords, because whatever happened between the 2 of you, you know what the truth of the situation is. You are probably the one that severed this connection. You're definitely the one that has control over the choice that they're trying to force here. So it's like they're planning for this future of reconciling with you, potentially even being willing to be patient, although I'm feeling more like indecisive than patient. I don't think they're taking into account that you wield the power, you wield the sword here, and you know the truth. Whoa, weird. I picked this up to put these cards in the middle, and when I did, there was a card that was flipped the other direction. It's Strength. Also right there with it is the Three of Swords. This is a Leo Major Arcana energy. It tells me that there was a difficult situation. There is a difficult situation, either that they caused you or that they're going through, or both at the same time, that's requiring this digging down deep to tap into internal strength in order to make it through this. It's also can be an energy of someone who's trying to rein themselves in. They're trying to hold themselves back. They're struggling against this beast inside themselves, those internal drives, those urges, those primal desires, and trying to contain that and struggle against it. I see your person here showing up as King of Wands, driven by passion and desire, player type, in and out, non-committal, shifting loyalty type energy. They could have caused a difficult situation for you. This could be them fighting against those wand and desire and sexual energy type drives that they have. Three of Swords there, though, Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. Doesn't have to be a romantic third party, although it probably is based on the stuff that I'm seeing out here. That third energy can be anything. It could be your work or their work, or external people that are nosy and sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. It could be an addiction. It could be drinking too much, doing too many drugs, clouding judgment. It could be any number of things can represent that third energy. But there's definitely some difficult situation that's got heartbreak attached to it. That's what's led to this severing here. Okay, that's all the stuff that's underlying your person's most likely actions toward you here in October, Aries. In their most likely actions, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Pentacles. Five of Wands is Leo energy. Fives are conflict. This is a conflict in their desires. A piece of them wants one thing, another piece of them desires something else, and they're struggling internally about what is it that I want, pulling themselves in multiple different directions about what it is they want. That's what they're most likely to do. Most likely to stay right in this player, wishy-washy bullshit energy that's central to their intentions. Internally conflicted. Next, in what they're most likely to do related to you is the Four of Swords, Libra energy of taking a pause, taking a rest, taking a break. This is about choosing to go inside and heal something, or more likely choosing to go inside and think about something. Think about, how do I move forward from here? How do I rush in all passionately and get what I want? This is probably a case where there is a piece of them that wants to rush in all passionately after you and reconcile the situation. I've seen Temperance, a card of reconciliation. I've seen Judgment, a card of resurrecting the connection. I've got the Star, a card of trying to heal this connection. But it's interesting the way these are laid on the table here. Let me see if I can hold them up the right way for you. We just looked at this internal conflict related to a judgment, related to either resurrecting it or the final decision has already been made. Is this dead and over with, or can we bring it back? They're conflicted about that, and they're wishy-washy and back and forth about which one of those do they actually want. And they're doing some thinking about that, trying to figure out how to move forward. That's what they're most likely to do. But then we run into this, the Hanged Man is Pisces energy. Progress being halted. No forward movement. Trying to figure out how to move forward. Can't move forward. Things are stuck. The Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than normal. A different point of view than your person would normally look at things from. And he's doing that, trying to figure out how to get this unstuck and move forward toward what he wants. How do I move forward in this love offer and advance this connection here? It's so strange. Are they stuck? Or are they going to just go for it and figure it out as they move along? Again, that's another piece of their internal conflict. But again, I don't think they're considering the Queen of Swords. The fact that you are in control of this decision. You are the one that cut it off. It's like the judgment power isn't in their hands, it's in yours, and they're trying to figure out possibly how to continue being a player and at the same time advance this with you. I think they're still stuck in their ways. Nothing's changed for them. They still have options, and I think they're still planning on giving to more than one person while they fight for this connection. That's the Nine of Swords. Shit! The Nine of Swords. I'm saying shit because the moon is right behind that too. I'll explain why that made me cuss. This is fear, worry, and anxiety. Thinking about something over and over and over again with fear, worry, and anxiety behind their thoughts, and doing that to the point that they're stressed out. They got their face buried in their hands. They're hiding their eyes. They don't want to see what's in front of them. This is worrying about something to the point of being stressed. I see all this player energy, the options, them giving to two while they're trying to fight for the connection and being stressed about something. The moon is Pisces energy, also fear, worry, and anxiety. Two cards in the deck mean that, and both of them here right back to back for your person. This is also a card that can indicate something being hidden in the dark, a secret being kept. And this could be them worrying about that, having fear and worry and anxiety and stress about the secret they're keeping and whether or not it's going to be found out. Not digging it. Things are stuck. And the problem with this Hanged Man energy for them is the Hanged Man is looking at things, trying to figure out how to get unstuck, looking at things from a different perspective. This is not someone who's looking inside themselves at themselves for why is this stuck? What do I need to change about me to get this unstuck? This is them looking outside of themselves. What's the external shit that I need to manipulate in order to get this to move the way that I want? This is like somebody who doesn't see their responsibility and their role in the tower coming down, in the unfairness that's happened, in the whole reason that judgment was passed and the severing occurred. They don't see their role in that. This is like the helpless victim who blames other people. It's like it's everything and everyone else's fault that this is stuck. And they're trying to figure out how to get it unstuck without doing any adjustments to them. Final card in their most likely actions is the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is a singles card. This is with you or without you. I'm single, I'm abundant, I'm prosperous in my own right. I'm self-sufficient. I don't really need someone to take care of me physically or financially. I can do. This doesn't mean that they want to be single. This just means that they're most likely to be internally conflicted, still wishy-washy, and still trying to figure out what is wrong with everything outside of them that's got this stuck. How do I manipulate the things external to me to get this unstuck? And ultimately, most likely to end up still single. Directly above that is nothing. Directly above that is nothing again. And directly above those two nothings, those two voids inside their thoughts and their intentions, is this tower and their feelings. Them being single is directly connected to the tower. Again, telling me you're the one that severed it. Again, telling me that whatever bullshit they try to pull with you, when are people going to learn to not fuck with an Aries? And this person has definitely done it. And by the end of this, it looks like they're still single and like didn't expect that. Like everything's crashed apart. And then there's the void here below this. Teamwork and collaboration and working together as equals with you to build something. There's nothing under it. There's no foundation under that. It's not. They're most likely to stay conflicted, stay blaming everything else and figuring all the everything else out and being completely and utterly confused as to why they're still single by the end of this. That's your person's energy, as screwed up as it is, Aries. Let's get you some advice from the universe on how you should best navigate this situation you're finding yourself in with them in October 2022. What should you do? What should you not do? How should you play this so it works out in the way that's best for you? That way, when this person comes rushing in with their wand out and rushing in with their cup that they're offering you and putting you to a decision, you'll know what to do. What is the advice for Aries to navigate this situation with this person in October 2022, please? Let's get 3 cards of advice. Clear, accurate advice for Aries, please. Let's get one more. Got one that's flipped over in here. Let me get that bad boy out. Let's get one more card of advice for Aries on how to navigate this situation with this person in October 2022. Taking this one too. On the bottom of the deck, underlying your advice, the moon. We just saw this looking in your person's energy, their fear, worry, and anxiety. Potential something being hidden in the dark, some secret being kept. That's what I'm feeling here. There's something that you're not fully privy to yet. Not all the information has been exposed to you yet. Death. Right under that, Scorpio major arcana card. 2 major arcanas in a row. This is powerful energy. Powerful stuff that's going to affect you here. There's some secret being kept. Death is that ending to something. It's a painful ending. This is something dying. 2 of Pentacles again. Capricorn energy. In and out. Back and forth. Can't make up their mind. Trying to decide between the 2 people that they're juggling. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If I had to give you a word for your person, it would be non-committal. I'll be damned. They're still juggling 2 people. Justice is right under that. This is telling me something unfair and unjust is going on. They're juggling 2 people. Death to this connection. There's a secret that you don't know about yet. When I look at the actual advice that came out for you, Aries, very first card of that, 7 of Swords, the Chariot, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. 7 of Swords is Aquarius energy. This ain't a good energy. Lying, cheating, stealing, deception, deceptive behavior, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something that they shouldn't be trying to get away with. Now, another meaning to this card is self-preservation, as in not wanting to get hurt. The reason the dude on the card steals the swords is because he doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want the swords used against him, so he steals the swords to make sure he can't get hurt. It can also represent leaving something behind because he can't carry all the swords. He leaves some behind here. So this can represent all 3 of those things at the same time. Look, there is a secret. This person is still juggling you and somebody else, or at least attempting to, at least intending. Central to their energy is the player. It's like, God, and taking action in 2 different directions while they're trying to resurrect the connection with you. That's the secret that's being kept. They're still doing sneaky, dodgy bullshit that they shouldn't be doing. Probably what got this all messed up to begin with. This is also telling you, hey, do you want to be hurt again? If not, leave this person behind. Get in your chariot and get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what this is saying. 9 of Pentacles. This is the singles card. It's that last card I see for your person. It's telling you leave them single. But it's also a message to you. This is a very different 9 of Pentacles than this one. On this card, the lady has a squirrel in her hand, and the squirrel has a bag over its head. It can't see something, and she's looking at it like, you poor, helpless little thing, you. That's you. You've got the bag over your head right now because they're hiding some sneaky, deceptive shit from you, and you don't see it. Not yet, anyway. But this is also a card that says, hey, dude, with you or without you, or even in spite of you, you're single and abundant and prosperous in your own right. You don't need this person to physically take care of you. You don't need this person to financially take care of you. Your life, your physical reality is just fine all on your own. In fact, I would say you probably have some good stability here. This Four of Wands is Aries energy. This is a celebration card. These Four Wands represent 1111, which just isn't just the number on my shirt or my coffee mug. That's the number of manifesting. It's about manifesting what it is that you want. And this is a card of celebrating the thing that you want actually showing up and having some stability. This is stability of your home life, stability of your family life, stability of the connections in your world, and the things that are important to you. You've got your stuff in order here. This person clearly doesn't. This connection is clearly over because they're still juggling. They're still doing unfair shit at the same time. They're still trying to hold on to you and not wanting to let go. And they're still trying to hold on to some other person they don't want to let go of, which is what the secret is, which is what the sneaky, deceptive bullshit is. It is time for you to get in the chariot and get the hell out of Dodge. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Aries love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.